one man could destroy an empire's army twice his size, without superior weapons, without mercy, and without losing a single formation. The year is 216 BC. 80,000 Roman soldiers stand confident on the fields of Cannae. By nightfall, more than half of them will be dead. This wasn't chance. It was design. The work of Hannibal Barca. But Hannibal wasn't alone in his genius. History remembers only a handful of minds who could reshape the world through strategy alone. Today, we're counting down the 10 greatest military geniuses of all time. And by the end, you'll decide who truly deserves the crown. Number 10, Sun Tzu. Long before cannons roared or empires rose, one man wrote the blueprint for victory itself. His name was Sun Tzu, the general who turned war into wisdom. He never needed vast armies or bloody conquests to prove his genius. His weapon was the mind, his battlefield, human nature. In the art of war, he taught that victory isn't about strength, but understanding of terrain, of timing, of the enemy's heart. He wrote, "The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting." Think about that for a second. Win without even drawing your sword. And centuries later, his words still command soldiers, CEOs, and nations alike. Sun Tzu saw deception as a sword, patience as a shield. To him, a true commander wins before the battle even begins, by shaping perception, breaking morale, forcing opponents into the choices he desired. War wasn't chaos to him, it was balance, a dance between knowledge and instinct. Number 9, Tiglath-Pileser. Before him, war was seasonal, farmers with spears. After him, conquest became an industry. When Tiglath-Pileser III took a serious throne in 745 BC, he did something no one had done before. He built the world's first professional army. Soldiers paid, trained, engineered for endless campaign. Cavalry, siegecraft, logistics, all organized like clockwork. His genius wasn't one brilliant battle. It was inventing a system, a war machine that could run year-round, crushing cities and rebuilding them with captured labor. Within years, he doubled his empire's size, and every great power after him, Rome, Persia, even modern militaries, copied the model he forged in iron and blood. Number 8, Khalid ibn al-Walid. How do you defeat an empire when outnumbered 5-1 and never lose once? Khalid ibn al-Walid did exactly that. Once an enemy of Islam, he became its unstoppable blade, carving victory after victory across Arabia and Syria. His tactics were lightning: hit, vanish, strike again. His enemies never knew where he'd appear next. At Yarmouk, against a vast Byzantine host, he fought for 6 days, withdrawing, striking, reshaping his lines until the enemy collapsed in exhaustion. Khalid's mastery of terrain and momentum turned the desert itself into an ally. When his soldiers grew weary, he rallied them with calm confidence. Patience, brothers. Victory is close. His campaigns united the Arabian Peninsula and opened the gates to empires far beyond. Even after being dismissed by political rivals, his legend grew. To his foes, he seemed to appear out of nowhere. To history, he remains undefeated. Number 7, Scipio Africanus. What happens when the student turns the master's tricks against him? Rome found out at Zama. Scipio Africanus studied every move Hannibal ever made, then mirrored them to perfection. When 80 elephants charged, Scipio opened lanes in his ranks, letting chaos pass harmlessly through. His cavalry swept in from behind, encircling Carthage's finest. The same trap Hannibal had once used at Cannae. In one afternoon, Scipio avenged Rome and mastered the art of annihilation. But here's what makes Scipio brilliant. He didn't just copy, he improved. He reformed discipline, inspired loyalty, and saw war as an art of patience. His victory didn't just end a conflict, it marked the birth of Rome as a superpower. When he returned home, the Senate greeted him not just as a hero, but as the man who had saved civilization itself. Number 6, Subutai. Europe never knew how close it came to disappearing. Subutai, Genghis Khan's quiet strategist, was already mapping its destruction. He orchestrated invasions stretching thousands of miles apart that struck in the same week. Think about that. Coordinating armies across continents before phones, radios, or satellites. His forces feigned retreat, lured European knights into traps, and crushed them beneath clouds of arrows. His scouts rode months ahead, mapping rivers and roads before the first arrow ever flew. In 1241, he broke Poland and Hungary within days and was marching for Vienna when news of the great Khan's death recalled him. Had fate given him just one more year, the face of Europe might look very different today. Subutai conquered more territory than any general in history, often commanding from hundreds of miles away. His brilliance was almost invisible. He never sought glory, only results. Number 5. Julius Caesar. What do you do when you're surrounded by 330,000 enemies? You build walls. 2 of them at Alesia. Julius Caesar trapped Vercingetorix's 80,000 inside the city while fending off a relief force outside. His legions fought on both fronts, held both, and crushed both. His siege lines stretched for miles, a marvel of discipline and design. Caesar's men built in silence, each hammer strike echoing against fate itself. By the time the Gauls realized what he'd done, they were already prisoners of his genius. Caesar didn't just fight battles, he built them. He turned warfare into architecture, a balance of brutality and order. His victory at Alesia didn't just end a rebellion, it created Rome's future dictator. Number 4. Hannibal Barca. How do you make the most powerful army on earth fear one man, march elephants over the Alps, and destroy their pride? For 16 years, Hannibal ravaged Italy, turning Roman courage into terror. He won not just through tactics, but psychology. Every defeat he delivered shattered Roman confidence, making them fight not with strategy, but with rage. And rage is predictable. At Cannae, he baited them into his center, then closed a steel ring around 80,000 men. It remains the perfect ambush, studied by generals for 2 millennia. Even in defeat, Rome never forgot his name, and neither did history. He became a symbol of audacity, the man who showed that even the invincible can bleed. And though he never took Rome, he forever changed the way it fought. Number 3. Genghis Khan. Imagine uniting warring tribes and turning them into the most feared army the world had ever seen. That's Genghis Khan. He built loyalty through merit, forged discipline through fear, and wielded speed as his deadliest weapon. Cities surrendered at the sound of his banners. Spies moved ahead of his armies like ghosts. His rule stretched from the Pacific to the Caspian, built on brutal precision. Yet behind the terror was a method, an iron system of order and information. He didn't just conquer, he conditioned the world to obey before he even arrived. His empire outlived him. His laws shaped Eurasia. His bloodline would rule for centuries. Genghis Khan didn't just leave a legacy. He carved his name across continents. Number 2. Napoleon Bonaparte. Some men command armies. Napoleon commanded history. Rising from revolution to rule a continent, he reinvented war itself. His core system made each division an army of its own, fast, flexible, unstoppable. He used artillery like thunder to smash openings, then struck with surgical precision. At Austerlitz, he lured 2 empires into a trap of fog and light and broke them in a single day. His genius wasn't luck. It was calculation, movement, and timing. Even his enemies studied his maneuvers just to understand how they lost. Napoleon combined intellect with intuition. He could read a battlefield the way you read a book. His downfall came not from weakness, but from scale. He reached too far, too fast. Number 1. Alexander the Great. What would you do if you never lost? Ever. At 20, Alexander inherited an army. By 30, he ruled the known world. His phalanx pinned, his cavalry crushed, the perfect hammer and anvil. At Gaugamela, outnumbered 5 to 1, He shattered Persia and rewrote warfare forever. But Alexander wasn't just a conqueror. He was a visionary. He blended cultures, founded cities, and carried Greek thought across continents. His soldiers followed him into deserts, mountains, and myths. Not out of fear, but devotion. His ambition was endless. His empire, fragile but transformative. He dreamed of uniting East and West into one civilization, a dream no one has matched since. For pure tactical perfection, there's still no rival, and perhaps there never will be.